Joyce, Cymatics, the blasphemous ones.
It is said that in the city of Chicago, every man was punished for the sins of one.
Yeah, well, y'all fucked in my case. Heaven is far, for hell is near. God gives you signs, Satan whispers right into your ear. How clear the conditions, that's why I'm distant and off track. Cause you'd wanna father that don't bother to talk back. When I need an answer, you keep it from me. Every time I offer help, you reach for money. Funny, the only thing to follow is a book and its glory. Yet the only thing holy in that book is the story. It's bullshit, a fresh pilot fell and the insecure. Maybe you're under the wildest spell. Would you travel the next mile to tell our neighbors of a savior? If you don't, they could be exiled to hell. If they're unaware, claim the laws are fair, taking awful care of us, so we must trust it for the cross you bear. Yeah, it hasn't been the safest of routes ever since you watch boys being raped in your house. I don't trust you.
Is testing us, people.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
Refuses to fear the Lord.
I'll never trust you.
Must we suffer from his wicked ways?
Said I'm blasphemous, can make a pacifist bash his fist at someone's face. To go against his faith, he might just slash his wrist. Wonder if the rap exists. I'm just a horny heretic, damn, cause I just like to jack my dick. Laugh at danger and think hell is cute. Only Jesus I fuck with, so on the street corner selling fruit. Or ride at Jesus, I don't care, I'm a shitty Rican. But tell me, who do you think inspired the gritty speaking? What's he teaching that has the land craze? Hair spinning like fan blades, caught in the rampage. Heaven's used as a band-aid to whoever it can't save. But I'm not a damn slave to something that's man-made. Yeah, you're better off swallowing ether than added to the blind mice playing follow the leader. You'll never get the truth, but excuse me, I need a get out of jail free card from the confession booth. But I don't trust you. I just don't trust you. I never trust you. Yo, fuck you. The great Genghis Khan once said, I am the punishment of God. If you have not committed such great sins, God would have not sent a punishment like me upon you. Makes so much sense now.
That was Blasphemous off of James Joyce's album, Pawn Your Heart of Gold. I just have to say that the only time I deal with Jesus is when I'm at the corner picking up some fruit. So thank you. This is the Nothing Sacred interview. I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And we have James Joyce here with his album, Pawn Your Heart of Gold. And I gotta say, I've listened to like 4 songs off this album so far. I don't know if was that other song that we heard previously. I'm in Oregon, man, so I have a short-term memory and shit. So I forget what that fucking song.
Oh, you mean Whimsical Fuckboy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yep. And James is actually he was on our Fun Glun episode at one point.
Yes.
We played that song,
and we both enjoyed it. And I gotta say, I enjoyed these songs, but I do have a little rib here because we do have a choice of 4 songs. And now, the first song, obviously Blasphemous, that's a song about religion, about not trusting religion. It's fantastic in terms of what it's saying. The way it says is great lyrically. It's awesome. But most of the songs we have tonight are kind of like like fun. They're definitely fun, but I bet there's more like that song on the album too. So while there are definitely different perspectives, Max, it's like all the songs like yeah, piss in your mouth, like none of the deep. I bet there's deeper shit on here like that has talks more about political issues or philosophical issues. And I'm gonna check it out. And everyone else should check it out, and we'll have links down below. But anyways, we're actually ignoring the person here. James, how you doing tonight, man? Thank you for joining us on the Nothing Sacred interview.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I'm just chilling, you know what I mean? Me and my lady are just doing our fucking chore shit. And by me and my lady, I just mean her because I'm on here doing the interview with y'all, just trying to feel included.
No, that's
and,
all.
just smoking my
in the beginning.
They'll be laughing at me a lot. But, you know, I'm just smoking my roach blood just to remind myself to stay humble, you know, and just enjoying this right now. You know what I'm saying? Just this. Not really. I haven't done too many interviews, so this is like this is kind of nice for me.
Oh, it's cool, man. And it's actually a different kind of interview for us too, because most of the time we do interviews with people who have a long history, and I assume that this is kind of not necessarily new, but you're definitely newer on the scene than groups like AMW that we've done in the past. How long have you been doing this, and give us an idea of like where you got started and what brought you to the point of getting Pawn Your Heart of Gold out.
Yeah, man. Well, basically, I started around when I was like 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people, like, as far as being serious, like, I used to just fuck around as far as making parodies of shit on the radio. Like, I really got like a lot of influence from like Weird Al and like Frank Zappa as far as like direction and you know, just making fun of shit. And after a while of just putting some time to it, I was like, you know, I could kind of take this a little serious. And people started kind of egging me on. You know, I kind of just went with the flow and started just fucking around. Connecticut, you know, I'm from New York originally. I rep Waterbury to the fullest, you know, because that's where, like, the musical side was spawned. But I got in touch with, like, the D-Arcade scene down here back when it was alive, and I met people like White Cheddar, Donnie Menace, and fucking, you know, really just started, like, being inspired. People like fucking 5 a.m. back when it was like that. And, you know, fucking real great fucking artists and performers. It really just like lit a fire up under my ass to like try to be there and like start rapping on stages with them as well. And, you know, once I got to that, it's just trying to get more forward and come out from the fucking shadows and peek my face out every now and then.
You know,
but, you know.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say. I was gonna say you did a lot of that battle stuff for a while, man, and explain that. Is that stuff actually written, or how does it all work?
Yeah, I'm actually concerned.
Well, like it really it was a mix. You know what I mean? Like it was always like a decent combination. I get a lot of my battles, fucking a lot of the beginning was fucking freestyle, and like, you know, I might like write a little punchline or some shit, or just something that I know could get a crowd like to just react easy and shit. And, you know, I always knew how to play a crowd in the senses of how I wrote. And, you know, that's kind of one of my little weapons in my arsenal that I used in getting out there. But a lot of it was really written. And, you know, I prided myself on that. I like freestyling, but it was more of a, like, fun thing to do. And battling, you know, I think it's dope, but I always want to take a head off if I really fucking battle, so I wouldn't want to chance freestyling and on that shit a lot of the time.
So how does that actually work? Because I'm actually I run an improv group here in Oregon, improv comedy, and I'm into musical improv, and a lot of that involves freestyle, obviously. And I'm actually, you know, I'll just toot my own horn. I'm pretty damn good at musical improv, so I know how to like make shit up and rhyme stuff. So do you like do you ever like when you're freestyling, do you take like a bit of a verse, like let's say the end of the verse, like let's say it's rhyming, like rhyming the word like time, like your punchline rhymes with time. So do you ever like just try to fit that in by rhyming the line before, and then you know that you can throw that punchline in, or do you come up with whole sentence structures with the punchline? Or does that make any sense? What I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you mean, and it is actually like it could just be like getting like a one bar, like fucking you know, like you saying with the time, or you know, like you look like you fucking suck dick for Salvation Army clothes, and like, all right, now I got army clothes in my head. I'm gonna put harm these hoes and fucking you know you watch Barney shows and stupid shit like that, and just,
yeah,
it'll just start forming out. It'll form out of that.
Why don't you wish him the Blarney Stone? Yeah, gotcha.
Don't they now when you're gonna be battling, do they tell you who you're gonna battle, like say a week in advance, so you can kind of look the guy up and get some dirt on him, or what?
Yeah, see, they I had battles taken where there was just like, you know, like 3 weeks, 2 weeks prior, and then I've had battles where it was months, and I definitely use that to take it, you know, to my advantage, and you know, start lifting up some rocks and fucking finding out my fucking dirt on people, and it definitely gets used to my advantage. You know, like by the time I'm fucking like, you know, done with my shit and meet that person face to face, I feel like I've known them well enough to fucking truly hate them. and I just use that to my advantage.
It's true. It truly is like a UFC fight or like some boxing match. You a couple months beforehand. You're all training like Rocky and shit, writing lyrics and shit.
Well, because some of those guys suck, you know, and then there's some guys like you and Donnie Menace that are just amazing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate that, man. It's just, you know what it is? It's just like a personality thing at the end of the day. And like a lot of the times, like that's where it kind of like started getting shitty in the battle scene. And, you know, that's kind of why people like us like retracted. And it's just, you know, it got too fucking serious. People like go to the fucking extremes, like to where they don't even want to laugh anymore. And, you know, I can't do that. It's just like, it's about having fun at the end of the day. And when it gets too serious, it's, you know, it loses its spark rather quickly.
Yeah, people probably getting all upset and like there's probably like a drawn line in the sand where like you're saying funny shit about them, but their side, their friends, their groupies, whatever the fuck they have on their side are not laughing at your shit even though it's hilarious. Like they're not actually appreciating it, right? So the whole point is to appreciate two people lyrically going at each other, but in a sense of respect, like almost like a duel. So you're respecting their moves and they're respecting yours. And so when they got these two sides drawn, it's like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna give that props, even though I'm inside. I'm going, oh god, he just fuck shit up, you know. When it's like it becomes like a resentful thing instead of like an expression thing, I guess would be right.
Exactly, and a lot of the people that I fucking battled, I was able to shake hands, and we could grab a beer and grab an L and just like talk about the battle, and I'll say, yo, you had a dope line here, and vice versa. Like, one of the worst things that happened in battling, too, and I don't want to say happened because it's been around all the time, fucking, but, you know, like, think of just something as simple as a yo mama joke, right? So that guy could go out and just say, like, yo, I fucked your mom and, you know, all this other shit. But if I say a yo mama joke, he's like, oh, yo, my mom's dead and wants to fucking start getting all brolic and just ruin the whole fucking thing. I'm like, all right, well, you know, like, you're just a fucking bitch at the end of the day. Like, you know, this is an agreement, and it's kind of like, I think it's just kind of fucking obvious at the end of the day. If you're going to be fucking sensitive, hop the fuck out, because nobody else is going to respect that. And I think it's just something that anybody that's going to step into the ring should understand. And, you know, a lot of them don't.
Oh, they don't?
Well,
that's
I think there was a battle where a dude actually punched another guy at one point for saying something. It was on that one of the Beef series DVDs.
Matt Hoffa, I know exactly. Yeah, that's like one of the most critically acclaimed like fucking fouls, and like, you know, it sucked. And like, you know, the shitty thing that happens is like it happened again.
Oh wow!
And it's like, if you're gonna be doing shit like that, then, you know, you shouldn't be allowed. Like, people sit there and they're gonna prep. Like, people, you're there to be an entertainer, and if you can't even sit there and like do what you're fucking there to do, like, you know, like you're the public at that point. You know, you're there to put on a fucking show, and if you can't even fucking do that shit, you know, you're ruining the whole night. You're not ruining you know, everybody that pays money to get into that event, a lot of them shits that pay for views, and like, you just like, you know, you're gonna be the fucking wet blanket, and nobody wants to fucking have an event closed down because you were a fucking bitch and couldn't handle the joke or a fucking line.
Well, that's the trigger warning generation, man. Where I have justified for this because I was triggered. My mom is dead or whatever, or not taking responsibility, taking yourself too seriously, and you know, it's like it's the same thing with any kind of performance. That sounds like crazy. So were you there that evening when that shit happened, and you've been there before when that kind of stupid shit happens, and it just ruins the rest of the evening, probably, right?
Yeah, you know, and like it's real awkward, and it's just like, if you're there, like what? So it's like you have to limit yourself, and then it's like, as much as you think that would blackball somebody, it somehow doesn't. And then it's like, if I get pissed, and then it's like, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna put me into a match with somebody like that, the last thing I'm gonna fucking do is hold back. I'm looking at that as a fucking open invitation, and I could dedicate like fucking 2.5 rounds to just that specific topic because it hurts your fucking feelings so much.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you know, you're just putting gasoline on the fire at that point. So
my
you gotta be.
My instinct would be to like talk shit about the last time they threw a punch at somebody. Like, here's my chin, motherfucker. Why don't you take a swing? You know, like, just to go go at that shit, because that's weakness too. That shows he can't actually handle his shit. But anyway, so you got out of that. You decided that was kind of, like you said, getting a little bit too serious, taking themselves too seriously instead of doing what they're doing. So what happened after that? When did you start really getting into to producing music like that? That's on the Pawn Your Heart of Gold. Sorry.
Well, yeah, like I've actually been doing shit for like I said, since I was a lot younger. So and it was it was a lot of shit was wiped out. I've had like the shittiest run when it came to like recording and my recording processes. But like between like albums just crashing on fucking computers and like not being able to have it backed up, to fucking like people that had my songs holding them hostage, and just like it was a fucking hell. It was hell to get to this fucking point, to having this album, and I gotta thank people like Jinx at fucking BST did a lot of fucking things, a lot of things to help me out with the recording of this album. And getting it out there. So, he was the one stable studio at that point to at least help like get the full product out. And, it was good at that point. But yeah, fucking.
Well,
that's basically it.
I know you had a few tracks on YouTube, like Whirlwind and Flies Swarm and stuff like that. It said in the description, this will be on the album, and at the time you called it "I Pawn My Heart of Gold." So was that like what you were saying, where people were holding shit hostage and you thought the album was dropping and it wasn't, so you had to put out new tracks and finally slap everything together?
Exactly, and it's like when you got songs like that, and it's like they're good songs. I love those songs, but when you have it for such a long time, it loses its fucking flair. And like, with time also, it can lose its relevancy. Certain punchlines that you said, aren't going to hit the same because, it's just outdated. And I can't have that represent like the new fucking Brandish James that was writing at that point in time. It would basically ruin the first impression that I'm trying to get on a lot of people. Now that I could finally like put more music out and I have the opportunity to do more recordings and shit like that.
It's better to have. Okay. It's better to have more songs that you have to choose from anyway. So those songs are just some that missed the boat for the album. But let's go into our next song, and we'll be back in just a couple. This is Max. Why don't you go ahead and introduce this one?
Potty Mouth, man. I love this.
Potty Mouth. This is a very lovely song. It's talking about trickle down economics. It's fantastic.
It's featuring Donnie Menace, man. Donnie Menace had the greatest line on there. I'll turn your Craftmatic into a waterbed.
Yeah,
so, yeah. You're in for a good time on this one. Sorry,
a golden time,
a golden opportunity for our next song. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna shower it with praise after we get back. So, anyways, this is the James Joyce interview from the album Pawn Your Heart of Gold. We'll be back in just a few moments. This is Potty Mouth. It's MOUF, Potty Mouth. We'll be back in a bit on the Nothing Sacred interview.
Did you fucking piss on me?
Taste it.
No, did you fucking piss on me?
It's water.
How's it water?
It's water. Taste it. Taste it. Taste it, honey.
Oh, did you fucking piss on me? You did not fucking tell me you got fucking piss on me.
Let me explain something to you.
Whoa! Hotter than the grease in the south. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Got these little niggas fiending for clout. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. It's sterile, quit being a grouch. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Nightly, baby, we in the house. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. Hey, toots, let me beatbox like what Biz did. Or I'll pee on your child just to call him a whiz kid. Everybody wants to be the shit, and that's a bunch of dumb. While they aim for number 2, I shoot for the number 1. Bug pest, squash is salty as slug deaths. Acting smug gets you all invited to that chug fest. Success, love having these thugs stressed. Got someone else's pee on them like they cheated a drug test. Breed is one of the strangest freaking syndicates so honor it. Ain't pissing cause I'm sexually into it, it's for dominance. When will all the women and men learn? I get away with it like Rican saying the N-word. And with that alpha male status, yes, there is glory. I'm a fucking dog, so when I bark, they scared before me. You're now my property, but before you start to share the story, please be still as I mark my territory. R. Kelly ain't got piss on me! Whoa, hotter than the grease in the south. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Got these little niggas fiending for clout. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. It's sterile, quit being a grouch. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Night breed, baby, we in the house. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths.
They all talk shit until I pee in they mouth. Pee on they wig. Fuck it, even pee on they spouse. Pee on they kids. Fuck it if you're feeding your child. Pee on they bed. Police is around, pee on the pig. Creep in your house. Leaving your ceiling with wet, damn it. Pee in your house. Home alone, I'm a wet bandit. Pee in your fridge. Piss Kool-Aid, the water's red. Pee on your mattress. Turn your Craftmatic to a water bed. Dismissing piss is nothing quick to piss in public. Whip on my dick and then I'm pissing everywhere like I finished fucking water sports pro. I'm an overachiever. Gave your bitch a golden shower. She's a golden retriever. Hoes are thirsty. I got something to guzzle with the quickness. Dripping liquid, the same color as the Simpsons. You drink urine, I drink bourbon and shots of soca. Pissing on your Ralph Lauren. Now it's water polo. Bitch, if you think you're a weak, then come see what we bought. Cause they all talking shit till we pee in they mouth.
Whoa, hotter than the grease in the south. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Got these little niggas fiending for clout. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. It's sterile, quit being a grouch. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Night breed, baby, we in the house. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. Read the good from a nice guy and a tyrant is molded. Tears of pride have been frozen. The path of violence was chosen. Daniel Walker, lucky that his eyelids ain't swollen. He drank piss to shut up. It's true that silence is golden. Fuck the shit and chatter. It's batter and batter. Lather in the matter. I splattered at her. My bladder. I'm mad as the hatter. Fuck it. On your way to the top, I stagger your ladder. My motto's the most magical saying since abracadabra. Glad to have you. Nice to meet you. Brought Donnie for a feature. Eureka, this lemonade is great. That came from my urethra. Serve leaders. I'm burning with my stream like gonorrhea. Hit you with that I'm a onomatopoeia. Fuck the whack artists, don't care if it's House of E. Pissed on all they songs and beats before the tracks release, so they albums leak. I know it's wrong, but sitcom, this shit's bomb. And it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. I'll take that piss. Whoa, hotter than the grease in the south. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Got these little niggas fiending for clout. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. It's sterile, quit being a grouch. They talk shit until I pee in they mouths. Night breed, baby, we in the house. Everybody's talking shit until we pee in they mouths. Yellow.
What's so upsetting? It's tasted.
It's piss, and you didn't tell me that.
No, it's not piss. It's water.
No, it came out of your dick. It's piss.
I told you.
Well, I thought
It's
you had
not
like a little
piss.
tube on the side of your dick with water. I didn't know you were gonna piss on it.
No, it's not piss, honey. It's water. Taste it. Can you taste anything?
Yeah, I can taste it, but
Honey, I showed you pictures. Are you blind?
no, I'm not. I'm not fucking stupid.
Pee it in the mouth. Turn your Craftmatic into a waterbed, man. That was James Joyce. Fuck, I got water.
No.
Doing that.
My line I like is I'm gonna onomatopoeia. Yeah, fucking just laughing great. So you got that. Obviously, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Max.
That's a great song, man. Talking about pissing in someone's mouth and everything. What inspired that, dude?
Oh man, you know what it was? It's like basically like going back to the battle and shit. Me, Donnie, and White Cheddar, we And I even give shouts out to Pop Culture, Quez, everybody in the fucking the Nightbreed clique and shit like that. We had this thing where we were just getting like people with like disabilities or disfigurements and fucking just ranking on them, and like we would have these things where like
it's awesome.
We have like this thing where we can just like take one little fucking thing about somebody and just like go on and on and on, and it just never gets old. But like one of the things was, it was like we like spawned a motto, and it was like they all talk shit until I pee in their mouth, and it was like a little joke and fucking. And I decided to take it somewhere else, and I'm like, let me see how fucking far I can go with this, and just like pissing on somebody, and like everybody always wants to be the shit, but what about like the piss? That's number one. Like everybody leaving that shit on the sidelines, and I think piss needs more motherfucking spotlight nowadays. Like R. Kelly kind of dropped the bomb when he had his little shine with it, and like nobody ever went anywhere with it. I kind of want to bring it back. I think it's my job.
It's a public service.
Where'd you get the clip? Where'd you get the clip of the girl and the guy when she's going, "You're pissed. You're pissing on me."
Oh man, I gotta give shouts out to the fucked up shit that I look up on the internet. But one of my favorite things, and I'm a real connoisseur of ignorance and fucked up videos. And it's called eFukt, and that's EFUKT.com, and it's amazing, and it's basically like a bunch of like fucking shit that happens behind the scenes, that porn and like fucked up porn scenes, and think of like world star porn shit. And one of the things was like the most fucked up shit that you've seen there, and like the video is just the girl just having a breakdown after getting pissed on, and as you heard in the fucking clip, it's just it's hilarious.
It wasn't piss, it was water. It was water. Come on now, it was water.
She said that there's a tube on your dick. I thought it was water.
Just drink it.
I don't know what the fuck he did to get her in there, but that guy must must be a great salesman. He could sell something.
And she was almost like, she was like buying it. Is it really? I just don't know. He's telling me it's water, but it doesn't taste. It's almost like fuck.
And he's going to taste it. Come on, taste it.
God damn.
Exactly. Like keep drinking more to just justify this. Like you need to, now he makes this to where it's like we need to inquire about this and get to the bottom of this problem. If this is piss, then we have a problem today.
He's like, oh, it's water. It's water. It's water. Just imagine it. It's water, honey. It's water. I'm just gonna say it over and over, and you'll believe it soon enough. Obviously, you don't have a problem offending people, which is fantastic, because it seems like everyone these days obviously is more offended by everything and triggered and all this bullshit, and like, that's going to be considered disrespectful or whatever. And some of your songs obviously don't give a shit about that. Has it been hard for you to I mean, are you trying to promote yourself in more, I guess, like in a more commercial way, and has that caused issues, or are you just like, fuck that shit, I'm just going to do my thing and see what happens?
You see, that's the thing, is like a lot of my writing is based off of emotion and like what I'm feeling at a times, but it's just like what I release and what I put out there. Like, I got even shit that's like, I could even put in, like, I could sell like certain lyrics that I got to like R&B people, and like I know I can make a fucking, I'm real confident in my fucking writing to where I feel like that could like make some money and like blow up with a different person, you know what I mean? But it's just what I put out there, and like there's certain songs that I will say that I have like crafted, like, to take advantage of that as like a Trojan horse, so to say. So where like once I get some people in that could like attract on that, like basically like mindless crowd, and like they could just basically like take the hook, come in and see all the other fucked up shit that I wrote, and like can either be really impressed and like have a good laugh, or they could really just see some gritty shit in a different spectrum of music, or they could just be offended at it and kind of just fuck off and die. Like not really. I'm not really worried about those other people. I'm just more focused on getting them in and adding some more members to the family.
See, I think it's pretty interesting. It seems like you take a lot of pride, obviously, the group you are involved with take a lot of pride in lyricism, and we talk about this a lot on these interviews. How that's just not a normal case, and you'd think within the rap scene with hip hop that there would be more focus on lyricism, and because that's pretty much the way that's how you express yourself. And so does you get frustrated in seeing a lot that's not the focus, or is there a lot more that's just not being publicized because there's really not. I mean, lyricism doesn't seem to be a top priority for most hip hop or the people that listen to these days.
No, it definitely isn't. It definitely isn't. And I do take a lot of pride into that because people used to go crazy, like say, this is, I don't want to say like crazy in a bad way, but they used to be really adamant about saying like hip hop is poetry, and like hip hop is like there's a different side to like promoting certain messages, because there's you could sit there and like do a party song and it doesn't have to be like shitty. It could be. It doesn't have to be mindless. You could have a dope fucking message behind what you're saying with the party. You could have a story within a party. You can just be so dope with your writing that I could literally just listen to the song and like close my eyes and be in that party.
Yeah.
But nowadays,
a good
not like
example of that is like DJ Quick. You know what I'm saying? He was always really good at that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And like fucking people can take vibes as well, because like that's another thing that people kind of don't give a lot of credit to, in my opinion. And it's like you can write fucking like, so to say, mindless music, and it's more about a vibe and like just feeling, and like you don't have to sit there and like focus on lyrics too much, because it's like you're more focused on the beat and just like having a good time. But it's just like what you want to present yourself. Like there's people that want to have their cake and eat it too, and they can't do that. You can't go about there and like be preaching that you're the best ever, and you're the best fucking hip hop artist and all this other shit, but you can't even write a 16 or count your bars and know what a fucking a punchline is, or even just have a punchline that is not fucking a simile. Like everybody just wants to go with a like I'm baking like soda or like some stupid shit like that, and and like no real substance, and a lot of repackaging keeps going on. Like I think it's pretty fucking sad that between battles and even rappers that we're hearing shit like triangles, that we're still hearing fucking shit about like Friday movies. Like I don't want to hear anything about Debo like jacking shit up or some shit like that ever again. I don't want to ever hear High as a Kite in fucking 2017, but I know I'm going to. I know I'm going to hear a number of fucking bullets in the back of somebody like a jersey of a fucking sports member.
Or about the ice. The ice on my wrists and the ice on my neck. Yo, fucking
I'm freezing my neck with the ice or some shit. Yeah.
Fucking break. Yeah. Seriously. Come up with something better. But people don't, it's just like, I guess it's like most pop music in a way. It's like watered down, but still, like you said, it's that vibe that, that lyricism, like, from what you talk about is it seems like you begin, it's almost like a paragraph, your verses. They're not usually just like one line. I mean, they are lines, but they seem to they go into each other. They kind of like go after each other, like cause and effect. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like a lot, and like when I go like as far as like concepts and shit like that, I do like to put in, I like to make everything, it's supposed to make sense. It's supposed to like, the hook is supposed to just keep it melodic and keep the track going to where it's not just preachy. I don't ever want to have like too much of like a preachy vibe, even though like a lot of the shit does have, some of the shit that I do have has messages. Some of them are just like kind of like exercises and just like flexing almost, and just showing like a little. I could show like a punchline festival, and I could show like a fucking story that has like some fucked up morals, or can just like spark some thoughts in your head to make you like fucking think about life a little differently. And take that in your little pockets and shit like that.
And no lazy filler either.
That's what I liked about Blasphemous, because it's true, man. I mean, Cruise Control, I know you don't believe in God, but it seems like God speaks in riddles a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never really know what the fuck message you're trying to get from God or the universe or whatever. Whereas, like you said, Satan speaks right into your ear. Tells you exactly what the fuck you want to hear.
Exactly. Not even just tells you, but can just respond. And like if you're gonna go through that entire fucking thing, like how can I take faith in something that the only time I'm gonna get any real response is if I'm fucking dead and can just not go back? Like what about the people that got to heaven and like, even rightfully in their fucking eyes that, were able to get in there and just like, heaven fucking sucks. Like I can't even fucking bust a nut in fucking peace without Jesus coming in and fucking saying, bro, like, what are you doing here? This is my house, Like, that's so disrespectful, bro. Like, my dad's over here, and, it gets so fucking corny. Like, some people just don't want that, and, like, that ideology of fucking heaven sucks. And, like, it's just more basic. I don't give a fuck about anything as far as, like, religious shit goes. Like, if you're religious, that's cool. Just don't fucking preach it to me, and don't don't try to make me hate you for it, and like, I think that's basically it. Like, I think
there's another track on there, 316 too, which is another like stab at religion too,
Yeah, and that was actually more of like a joke, and like I guess that's like it's like it's a little jab at it as well, because like it's a story and like you got to take it for that, but that was just on some like three godly people just on the fucking track, and like we're just spitting 16s. Fucking our homeboy Ill actually came up with the idea for it. I was like, oh, you know what, this might have to work for it, and we just rolled it.
So 316s. So 316. Ooh.
Damn.
Oh. See, there's.
Well, it's funny because you play the clip of the preacher or whatever the fuck it is talking in there too. So it sounded like it was kind of going at religion too. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, with 316, that was actually that was Stone Cold Steve Austin that did the 316.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It was just a powerful thing to just to be basic as well. Like that wasn't really something that needed a title. It was just like kind of just trying to spit that verse and like having a sparring session with like three people that I think are dope artists, and like letting the public decide who has the dopest verse and shit like that, because that's personally what I think collabs are supposed to be. You either get somebody that can lend their voice in a way that you can't, like people that get singers, like like rugged rappers that would get a singer on their track to fucking make the vibe of that song better, or you would get three people within your same kind of category to just like have a little gentleman spar and fucking see who can get the dopest verse in the fucking eyes of the public that you're trying to fucking get in to entertain and live off of, basically.
Yeah, that's the way, because that's what we do, man. Come on, Max. That when we listen to like a collaboration, it's like, dude, which verse was the dopest? Which one was the best?
Like, who really came off on that track,
I like this. I like Donnie. I like James. Oh man, I like that's definitely the truth. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I like your shit, because you take your shit seriously, even when it's not serious. Like, it's an art form, and you take it fucking seriously, which is it just seems like it's lacking in music in general and a lot of art in general. So I like that. You take the craft of creating something, of making it, and actually taking pride in making it fucking as awesome, where someone's gonna go, God damn, that was just fucking dope. That was just lyrical. That just made sense. It filled out the verse. No, ride, die, filling up verses with bullshit one word that drags out to the whole fucking bar. Fuck. Sorry. I'll step back for a moment.
Stop.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, but yeah, all in all, man, how did you come up with the Sasquatch thing?
Well, the Sasquatch shit was always a nickname, and that stuck with me for a while. But like, I'm basically, it isn't really for like the size. Like, I'm a big dude. Like 6'3" isn't like crazy, but like since I was little, I've always had some big ass fucking feet, and. And I was like 11 rocking size fucking 15s and shit like that, and it always just stuck out. But it basically, I just adopted that shit just because it was me, it was easy, and you know there is like meaning behind it in the senses of like the Sasquatch itself, like, you know, to keep up with it, you follow the tracks and like little shit like that in the senses of like I could stay in the background but still have a presence just because I want to, and just stepping out when I want to at my own convenience. And that's kind of just the comfort behind it, and it was easy.
Wow.
Cool. Well,
wow. So that's, yeah, because I noticed that there's a lot of references, and you calling yourself the Squatch, and, you know, clips of the Sasquatch things, and, you know, all that type of stuff.
Well, anyway, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Max.
I was going to say, or if you watch Trailer Trash Boys, it's a Sam Squamch.
Yeah, Sam Squatch, man. That's my boy, man.
Bubbles, right?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
That fucking show. Well, let's go into our next song. This is going to be Shotgun, and this is a love song. But I can't decide whether it's a love song toward the person you're with or toward the weed you fucking smoking. Probably like. So this is like almost like you said, Max. You described it as a love song. What would you say this song is?
No, I think it'd be a great commercial song, man. If you know, like, this is some shit I could actually see getting some really serious airplay. You know.
No, I appreciate that, and there's definitely like a lot of strategy that I put behind that song, and you know, I see that song as like I said, it's like a Trojan horse, in like the way I write sometimes. And we could get into more once the song's done. That's
a good idea. Let's do that. We'll get into that after Shotgun, taking control of the interview. James Joyce. We'll get more of that after this is done. Nothing Sacred interview. Shotgun off the album. Pawning Your Heart of Gold. Back in a bit on the Nothing Sacred interview.
She was damn fine, said I had to choose between. I lose my damn mind, am I wrong if I choose the green? So now I smoke my life away, really miss the nights you stay. But you can't stop me from the cash that call me night and day. Did me dirty like a stain in the glass, won't remain in the past. Damn, you were pain in my ass. See, I had to move on, I've been waiting for too long. And I met this college chick at a party at UConn. See, I gave you chances, coulda had me back. Now I make advances, don't be mad at that. Learn not to trust them, more shit go on than you see. Like Tony Yayo, only friends is money and weed. And listen, I got some, a snake pool that you not want. Now let me roll this blunt if you see the cops run. Take it to the sky like Tom Cruise and Top Gun. Now look into my eyes while I blow you a shotgun.
We smoking till the cops come. Throw the seeds out the window, hope that they blossom. Asking if I got some, I said nah, this for my girl. We rolling, blowing shotguns.
Oh, that feeling, boy, it's so lovely. Bring me closer, I'm trying to get comfy. Sometimes in this world full of ugly, it's all I need.
Check, yes, I'm my same role. A fellow starving artist with them pipe train blows. Tell me how much could a fight St. Prove? And what the hell, I get a L and some Chinese food. Go cop the herb, get a Dutch. Mommy rolled the blunt a little messed up, so I doctor hers. Get to deep talking like philosophers. Muy bien, Benz the spot to burn, do not disturb. Came for the puff stage, smoking with James is a rush. Don't know what it is, but it's stable enough. After a hard honest day of making a buck, best thing you could say is, babe, we blazing it up. See, we fighting and we fucking, making up with sugar. Got something so green and sticky, it's like breaking up a booger. Relaxation, doing the things I've hoped to. Now give me a kiss, baby, and blow some smoke through. We smoking till the cops come. Throw the seeds out the window, hope that they blossom. Asking if I got some, I said nah, this for my girl. We rolling, blowing shotguns.
Oh, that feeling, boy, it's so lovely. Bring me closer, I'm trying to get comfy. Sometimes in this world full of ugly, it's all I need.
I live by the motto, quarter ounces to freedom. I'm a new man and she makes me a complete one. Take a hit of this and get a taste of where we from. I'm bringing Mary Jane home tonight for a threesome. I know you love her every bit as much as I do. When I'm with her, we always invite you. late at night in the Taco Bell drive-thru. There ain't nobody out there quite like you. My love for you is like a bottomless pit. Not a single other woman that I wanna be with. We don't fight, you never let a problem persist. It's just good smoke, good food, and comedy flicks. I'm something like a bloodhound when you come around. I know how to make you laugh and I love the sound. I'm in too deep, I think I'm gonna drown. She gets me so high, I ain't never coming down.
We smoking till the cops come. Throw the seeds out the window, hope that they blossom. Asking if I got some, I said nah, this for my girl. We rollin', blowing shotguns.
Oh, that feeling, boy, it's so lovely. Bring me closer, I'm trying to get comfy. Sometimes in this world full of ugly, it's all I need.
All right, that was Shotgun off the album Upon Your Heart of Gold from James Joyce, Nothing Sacred Interview, Cruise Control, Maxwell Silverhammer. James, I'm wondering about the album and all the songs in here. Did you go to a recording studio? How did you get these done? Did you do them yourself? Or did you actually go and get them recorded at a studio professionally? Or how did that come about?
Well, yeah, man, like basically like I was saying earlier, one of my friends, his name is Jenks. He works for BST Promotions, and real dope setup as far as Connecticut goes in the Waterbury area. And he basically helped lend the fucking studio to create that shit. He helped mix a lot of the shit behind the boards, and fucking he had all the equipment to fucking do so. And we both learned shit ourselves in the senses of mixing and shit like that. He taught me some tricks, I taught him some tricks, and it was a real dope process in creating that album, and it was real fun. And as much as it was stressful on certain points and getting it out, and like in times for shows when I dropped my album release party, it was a dope experience. So it's something to really take with you with your first like official album.
Was that a sample from Shotgun? And it sounds.
I was wondering that too. Yeah, is that a sample?
Fucking awesome, man! It's sticking in my mind. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, you know what the thing is like the funniest part is I'm still trying to find the producer that gave the fucking beat to me. I know it's fucking Kink Beats, and I fucking hit up like a few Facebooks and shit like that from back when he gave it to me, but that was like back when I was heavy into the battle and shit, and I had like producers hitting me up trying to give me beats, and that was one of the ones that I wasn't able to fucking record, at that time due to like studio issues. And now that when I finally recorded the track, I was trying to get a hold of him, and it's been a process.
Did you ever?
But I'm still searching. So if he hears me, hey. That was the song. I hope you like it.
Who's the girl singing in the hook, man? She's really good, man.
Yeah, no, that's the friend. Her name's Alyssa McMahon. She's a dope artist out here at CT, and she's got some music conjuring up from what I know, and hopefully we'll all be able to hear it.
I'd be interested to hear it because she's got you could tell she was feeling the track, especially at the end when she really just like let go. With the hook, like she added a little extra bravado on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. And like we wanted it to be like build up, as like every verse like came in, and everybody started anew with a different verse. It had like more power behind it. Keeps the listeners nice, and it also just adds more emotion to the actual song.
That's well, and you got a little singing voice too, man. I was like, hey, he's singing on the hook. Throw the seeds out the window, hoping that they blossom.
Fucking yeah, I like to mess around with it every now and then. Like at the end of the day, like music is something I wanna accomplish on a lot of levels. From you know, like writing and being like a hip hop artist, to also not limiting myself to hip hop. And, you know, just as much as I want to like get into like expanding what I could do with my voice, I want to learn more with instruments and producing. And I've applied that shit to things like From the Depths, where I've actually made the beat, to things like this, Shotguns and the track Stranger on my album, where I'm actually, you know, expanding my voice and doing melodies and harmonies and shit like that. So it's just to keep people interested, as well as just like, you know, I'm not going to do it a lot. I'm not trying to be no fucking, like, you know, I'm not trying to be a singer, but it's just to remind people that I could do it, and if they can't, haha.
Well, why not?
Like,
right?
on that Fly Swarm track, that's a heavy metal cat on the hook, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a real good friend of mine. My boy Jason Garcia. He fucking he rocked with this band Forsaken. That's you know, I'm not too sure if they're still doing music anymore, but fucking real talented fucking artist as far as the metal shit goes. And you know, we got some more shit actually planned for the next album as far as tracks, and you know, you might see more of Jason on the music.
Yeah, because you definitely show you have an appreciation for not just hip hop, but for music too. And Shotgun, and a few other tracks on the Upon Your Heart of Gold album definitely, you know, show that. So
yeah, you know, and it's about versatility at the end of the day, and like sometimes it's just my competitive nature, in the senses of like, you know, I want to be able to say that I can do something, and like, you know, it's the reminder of not keeping yourself in a box, and just if you know, always trying to new things and experimenting as far as your sound goes, because you don't want to become stale and basically be stagnant as an artist.
No.
Well, every track on this album is different. You know, a lot of times you hear an artist and they've got like 30 tracks on the album, and they all sound the same, and it's fucking boring, you know, whereas opposed to on this album, it's like every song is different. I mean, you got 17 joints or so of just, you know, a different vibe each time.
Yeah, and that's actually, you know, it's to keep people, it's just to keep people guessing at the same time, because this is meant to be like my first real good impression, and you know, I've been getting a lot of good reviews so far. This album has been getting caught into ears, and I'm trying to make sure that I could then go in whatever direction I want to. And if I want to change it up for one fucking season, I can do like something like Shotguns, and like get into certain airways to like attract the listener to come back to all the fucked up shit like Potty Mouth, and fucking laugh with me, and like really bond as a fan and an artist to who I am as a person.
Man, so that's
so when did
go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, when did this release? Was it released already, or did it release recently? How long has Upon Your Heart of Gold been out?
Well, yeah, Upon Your Heart of Gold has been like released technically since April 22nd.
Okay.
But as far as getting it like on the actual airways and like fucking you know, listening sites and stream sites like Spotify and things like that, you know, that's probably last month. And you know, it's trying to get it into more ears, and also get some more videos behind it while I'm pursuing new projects and getting new shit conjured up for fucking listeners.
So you're already
are on Spotify then now, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely was. I don't know what the hell was going on as far as links. I remember you hitting me up saying that the link was acting up. I went on Spotify.
We were in my buddy's car, and he likes Spotify, so I said, man, you got to pull up this dude, James Joyce, man. It's great. And he pulls it up, and it's like a guy narrating poetry or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's his second job. That's his new album. It's James Joyce, the Poet's Heart. It's a new...
The Poet's Heart.
You know what it is? It's there is a famous author by the name of James Joyce, like big in Ireland. and he's big as far as English majors and like shit like that. And he's a real good writer as well. Like I've read some shit from him myself, and it's pretty dope. But that's basically like Irish roots, and like it's not like 100% confirmed, but with all the men in my family, as far as the Irish side goes, it's all James Joyce, all the way into Ireland, and who knows? I like to just say like I might be related to him, and
you're the James Joyce of the hip hop scene, man. That's what you are.
Yeah,
literally and figuratively, both. So what are you working on? What are you working on now, man? What's going on currently? What's going on? You said you're working on a new album. Is it going to be kind of the same kind of versatile album, or is there more of a focus, or are you just doing? Obviously you're promoting this one now because it just came out, this year, and you're getting it more exposed. But what's going on? What are you working on right now?
Well, basically, it's just I am kind of trying to keep more of a darker direction. I got a lot of the first impression shit out for the first album, and this one is more darker, somber kind of shit. And it's gonna be creepy, but it's gonna be real nice and real fucking grimy as far as the lyrics and delivery of it goes.
Kind of skating horrorcore creepy, or more just
like horrorcore creepy, or just
Nah, not. I don't want to say horrorcore, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you think of horrorcore, you're thinking of just like fake blood. You're thinking of fucking like I'm gonna fucking take a fucking a knife or some shit from a shed and just like
I get you
like stack. Yeah, and like it's like kind of a basic story all around, but mine's is more of just like dark subjects, and I like to really put pride in the senses of like the writing of it goes. So like there's going to be real, complex fucking punchlines, around a morbid fucking subject, but I don't want to say horrorcore because people automatically box that shit in with like
Insane Clown Posse and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't got like bad things to say in the senses of what they do. It's just not what I want to be like a part of or represented as. Like that's their thing, and that's not what I represent.
I don't see you pigeonholing. No pigeonholing.
Yeah. Exactly, and like I actually did The Gathering and performed at The Gathering with Donnie Menace and White Cheddar, and that was one of the dopest fucking shows I've ever rocked in my life. And the Juggalos and like what they've done and what they've made as a fucking as like almost like a cult fan base, and it's like a family, and like it's a real cool thing when you're actually like in the midst of it rather than hearing about it. And they just know how to get down, and you can never have a fucking boring time at one of those things. I guarantee it.
Wow. That must have been pretty good. There was one track you put up, I want to say it was a couple months ago. It was the one where you're talking about take the tissue off your skull and blow your nose with it.
Follow me. Yeah. It's fucking. I'll make you blow your nose with your own scar tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that was something I did. The homie Jack Tripper fucking produced the shit. He's actually got a lot of joints on the fucking thing that I'm gonna be dropping out pretty soon, and that's basically the start to that, and just reminding people that I got something in the works, and if people have seen it, it's on YouTube. Fucking you could definitely look that shit up. It's fucking directed by me and my girl. Fucking Ash and the Squatch is the brand as far as the camera shit goes, and we'll be having a lot of visual shit for fucking 2017.
All right, so that actually segues perfectly into where can we find your shit? Obviously, looking on Spotify, you can try to find it there. But what's the great direct way to find get your album and get your information about you? What's the best option for that?
Well, you could find me on fucking Facebook. It's definitely the easiest. James Squatch Joyce, or fucking James Joyce the Squatch on fucking Facebook. I got that as well as Instagram, same shit. And Twitter, I'm trying to use a little more, but fucking
I hate Twitter.
I'm gonna get it on it, but it's just you're not gonna see a lot, and I wouldn't rely on that. If you actually want to fucking get a response to me, you can stay in within those two and YouTube as well.
Cool.
What about I bought your album off CD Baby, so obviously people can go to CD Baby, pick up James Joyce, Pawn Your Heart of Gold, and iTunes, I'm assuming too.
Absolutely, iTunes. Fucking, you could see the shit on Spotify as well. Apple Music, if I remember correctly, as well as a ton of other fucking things. Basically, just Google Pawn Your Heart of Gold and just fucking have fun picking.
And go from that way.
Yeah, shit.
I guess I'm still in the old internet mindset where it actually matters to go to this website here, when pretty much the whole point of your shit and exposure now is being as everywhere you possibly can be. So if you can't type in the name of the album to find it, then you're doing something wrong in promoting the shit at this point, I guess, right?
Well, we've had some people on in the past that only have, their shit on certain sites or you got to go to a certain page to hear their music. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and like I'm really trying to get a website because honestly, like I'm fucking appalled by how shit is like run as like indie wise and promoting yourself like on shit like Facebook and all these other fucking sites where they're really just expecting you to pay to fucking if I already got my fans, I shouldn't have to pay to let them see something. Mm-hmm. I already got them on my motherfucking page. I don't need to fucking be paying all these little fees to just make it pop up to what they already fucking subscribe to. Doesn't make sense to me. But that's why I'm actually working to get a website so where it's more personal and just, direct. I don't want to fucking put all my shit into all these other different links. I'd rather just put like squatch.com where it's not a fucking Bigfoot hunting site and James Joyce where it's not fucking Irish author and fucking people reading his books on audio tapes.
That's and that's where we got confused because like I said, I'm like, this isn't what we're looking for. So and you're right, there's that thing on Facebook that says boost your post, and for $9.99 or whatever they'll fucking push it or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's fucking outrageous, and I don't understand it because like I said, if I already got the person on my site and on my fucking page and they already subscribe to my shit, why do I have to pay to let them see it? They already fucking got it. I want them to see it. Why do I where the hell did you fucking come in just like make with the access to my wallet?
Well, that or they'll say you got views to your page, but then when you go there you don't see anything and you're like, well, who the fuck was here? Or who liked it? Or who did this? And it's confusing, really.
Yeah, I'd rather just have the control at the end of the day. And
cool.
It's just, it's too much people in the fucking pot, and I don't want that.
Well, once you do get that up, I'm sure if you go to your Facebook page, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, so we're gonna close out tonight. The fat lady is not gonna sing quite yet. But
we are gonna play the fat lady.
Yes, which will close us out tonight, which is a interesting song. Just like all the songs, fun shit, lyrical, just great stuff. But I want to thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate that, James.
Man.
Yeah, I appreciate being here, and definitely hope to get more of y'all ears in on future projects.
Well, I just
absolutely.
Yeah, I do want to.
One thing, man. One line that's great on this song is puncture your chest with a vacuum hose and suck out your last breath. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's
yeah, man. It's delightfully violent.
Yeah, well, I like it because I like the whole lyricism of all this because this inspires me. Because actually, Max and I, we've been actually really considering actually going forward and getting some stuff out from us that we have, get some songs out and stuff that we're working on maybe down the line.
You might hear us spitting some shit.
Like, I want to get Born to Sin online, just so I have to have that up there, man. So send that to me, Max.
You know what? I got to send you that.
Yeah, send me that. It's our little horrorcore, like, Christian song that we did of, like 15 years ago or something like that. But your shit is the kind of stuff that inspires me to do that. Because, like, God damn, because I like to make people feel the way that good lyricism and shit like you guys do makes me feel like, damn, that's good. Like, I like people to think that about me. In terms of improv, in the same way that Rush are performing, when you're up on stage and they're going, how the fuck did he just do that? And you're like, yeah, I just did that. Yeah, I'm the one that made you feel that way. And it's just kind of inspiring shit that makes me think about that too. So you're inspiring people out there, even old 40-year-old dudes in Oregon. So
right on for that.
Anyways, on that positive note, let's get into the fat lady once again. James, thanks for coming on. This has been the Nothing Sacred interview, and I am Cruise Control.
Maxwell Silverhammer,
and
I'm the Squash.
And I'm the Squash, and that's the story there, bitches. Fat lady, Nothing Sacred interview. James, Joyce, get that fucking album. Pop your heart of gold, fuckers.
In a world, fat ladies run rampant without actually running at all. 'Cause they're fat. Symbolic for many things. Shitty parenting, thyroid problems, sore feet, but most importantly, the end. The gods, Kid Karma and James Joyce, are here to prevent that. Coming soon, inside your fat mother. Not now.
I'm a cocky little fuck-faced weird white warrior, a sorcerer and beat torturer.
Call the coroner.
Activate, sucker should evacuate, cause I came to assassinate. I smell a whack rapper and I salivate. Call the magistrate, next motherfucker starts asking me stupid questions about anything, I decapitate. Yeah, so tell this fat bitch it ain't over. Chain smoker, deranged soldier, I ain't sober. Like, what's a rat to a king cobra? Cast away to a Casanova. Wanna scrap, you better ask Jehovah. Wanna fuck with the gods? All that barking, you don't bite like a dog. Fuck a poodle, I'm a Great Dane. We don't play the same game, so neck deep in dirty water, I'm just trying to maintain. You won't see me coming like a jackal on the Great Plains. Diamonds in your necklace got you shackled like a chain gang.
Fat lady, it ain't over. Fat lady, it ain't over. Shut the fuck up, fat lady, it ain't over. If she starts singing, I'ma start swinging. Fat lady, it ain't over. Fat lady, it ain't over. Shut the fuck up, fat lady, it ain't over. If she starts singing, I'ma start swinging. Pieces dead, money hold no value here. Keep the bread, chaotic police, the feds. Shit, even preachers fled. And the trends that got you geeks misled. Cave my footwear into your fucking skull. Now you a sneakerhead. How's it feel to be on your last leg? Clutch buckle, been burned so bad your skin already formed the pus bubbles. Don't bow to God or the devil. I worship Mother Earth. Feed the bitch live people under dirt till the stomach bursts. Hey, pay your dues, I settled in past debts. Take your spotlight, hot wife, anything you have left. Steal the fucking heart from your chest like an Aztec. Puncture your lungs with a vacuum hose and steal your last breath. Easier to spaz, son, don't got crowds. Got hostages falling victim to what I have done. Rap spun out of control, hold mics like magnums. Your skin whiter than a fag's tongue when I grab one. Fat lady, it ain't over. Fat lady, it ain't over. Shut the fuck up, fat lady, it ain't over. If she starts singing, I'ma start swinging. Fat lady, it ain't over. Fat lady, it ain't over. Shut the fuck up, fat lady, it ain't over. If she starts singing, I'ma start swinging.